Lewis Fields, who has led a Frederick Douglass Path to Freedom walking tour in Fells Point for 12 years, spoke with us on the evening of the Middle Passage ceremonies.
It's very profound that Ann Chin would select this particular site where Douglass lived for 12 years, but where Douglass also made his escape from, and come here 174 years later and remind our Marylanders that this is an important piece of American history, this place known as Fells Point. Often people just come here for the scenic view, the tourist attractions, the restaurants, the retail shops, and many times the history of enslaved Africans coming into our city, our state, right here at this waterway is unknown and untold. So by Ms. Chin selecting Baltimore as the first stop, it does us proud to help all these new people come and learn about and pay respect to blood that's in the bottom of this waterway, blood that's standing where we're standing now, there's blood under here. The auction block was right there in the square, and Africans were treated very badly.
You say the story is untold, and we have so many high schools, institutions named after Frederick Douglass. Don't the students visit here?
I put it this way.
Or don't they know the history if you were to walk up to them in the school?
We can't blame the students.
No, I'm not blaming the students.
And teachers can't teach what they don't know. Okay. That's a point. And you have to understand, a lot of teachers, when they come out of college, they have majored in the subjects that they were put before them.
That was before
African American history may not have been one of those subjects, particularly local African American history. See, during Black History Month, you get a lot of emphasis on Black history, but it's not necessarily local African American history. So when you talk about Frederick Douglass being here, it's local history.
Does that allude to substance?
That alludes to often, sometimes, things are left off the table. And when there are, people like Ann Chin help us remember that. Because look today, there's a marvelous crowd of people here paying homage to this part of our history that may not be well known.
And many people that wanted to come and couldn't make it for one reason or the other.
Well, they're here in spirit. Remember,
oh, yeah.
All of this stuff that you do to honor the ancestors who died in the Middle Passage, we do it in spirit. Because they're nameless, often faceless, but we know it was millions and we know they're real. But the key to the Middle Passage and the Underground Railroad and freedom seekers is the humanity of it. You see, how do we remember people who paved and gave their lives for us to stand like you're standing today? Huh? Go back 200 years ago, we wouldn't be standing here like this. No, we would be being told what to do. We might be on an auction block being sold, or we might be in tears for some of our brethren who are being sold south. Because this port was also not only an incoming port, but when the international slave trade was ended and abolished, and when cotton became king in the deeper South, planters, or masters if you will, began to sell their surplus slave stock to the New Orleans and the Mississippi market. So there is chronicle history of African Americans being bought here in chains, Frederick Douglass wrote about it in his book, and being sold to the Natchez, Mississippi market. So this particular pier is just the most appropriate place for Ann Chin to start her 100th city tour. And I think we all honor that and we appreciate that.